Wow. I haven't sat out here in a while. Yeah, now that the weather is kind of okay. Still kind of cool outside, but it's comfortable enough for me to come out here and just kind of clear my head a little bit. Sometimes I like to come out here and do that, just to kind of get away from things, especially when you got kids. It's hard to get a peace of mind sometimes. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can understand that. Now that all the smoke is clear and all the dust has settled, this is pretty much my part 2 reaction of the Dallas Cowboys promoting, hiring within, keeping it in the family, making offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer our new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I did a live stream yesterday, and I really didn't have too much to say. I couldn't really find the words. I was a little embarrassed. I went live and had about 230 people in there, and everybody was waiting on my response. Everybody was waiting to see what 1980 was going to say about this situation, about the big move, the big coaching change. And I didn't have too much to say. I didn't have too much to offer, too much to give out yesterday. This team is in such a disarray. This organization, franchise, whatever you want to call it, is in such a shambles. There's really nothing to say. It's hard to find the words to put together, to muster together, to say something, to make a decent video, a decent live stream. There's nothing to go off of. There's nothing to build off of. Yeah, it's been really hard. And if you think back, let's go back in time here for just a minute. Let's step in 1980s. Let's step in 1980s time machine. I just found my flux capacitor, and I'm ready to go back in time if y'all are willing to. I'm gonna read this list, guys. This list of coaches for the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, the most valuable team in sports, in all of sports, period. So here we go. Tom Landry, 2-time Super Bowl winner. 1960, 1988. The originator. The man with the hat, with the suit and the hat on the sideline. They don't make coaches like that anymore. With class and dignity. The silhouette of his hat was enough right there. Jimmy Johnson, also a 2-time Super Bowl winner, back to back. Could have been 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 if he would have stuck around, if Jerry wouldn't have scared him off. We all know who Jimmy Johnson is. We still talk about this guy today. In modern times, modern football. Yeah. We still try to pick his brain. Different coaches still try to pick his brain. Yeah. Now he's on Fox, analyst for Fox, doing a great job. Miss you, man. I miss the tone that you said. I miss your discipline. I miss your work ethic. I miss your willing to sell out and go all out to win Super Bowls, not just win games, win Super Bowls. He was a father to the Cowboys and to the fans, pretty much. He was like watching your dad. And he was able to control all that talent, all those stars, all that athletic, God-given talent, all at the same time. Psychology major. So he had the tools, and he knew what it took to get in those guys' heads and to get the job done. When he walked in the room, you could hear a pin drop. Yeah, that's how much respect all those stars had for Coach Johnson. Will never be the same again. Never. After that, it was Barry Switzer, 94 through 97. Barry Switzer was a okay coach, very good college coach. But it's kind of hard to kind of grade him as an NFL coach because this was Jimmy Johnson's team that he was coaching. Yeah, just his leftovers. Yeah. Got one Super Bowl with him. Okay. Cool. Long as you're winning, I guess it don't matter. That lets you know how important winning is. Dave Campo, 2000 2002. Bill Parcells, 03 to 06, Hall of Fame coach, winning coach. He was actually trying to get the culture back here because it's been off for a while. And he actually did get that culture back here. Couldn't get a Super Bowl out of him, but kind of turned the organization around a little bit. Brought the discipline factor back. Yeah. Was responsible for Romo. The Bledsoe-Romo switch. Quarterback change. Yeah. Hall of Fame guy. Got a Super Bowl ring with the Giants. With Lawrence Taylor and those guys. Very respectable coach. Wade Phillips, 07 to 2010. Uh-oh. Here we go, y'all. Jason Garrett. The clapper. The robotic, emotionless coach. Which scent still smells. His scent still lingers in the Dallas Cowboy locker room for some reason. Even till today. It's still, you can still smell his scent. And y'all know what I mean. So don't play stupid. Couldn't get a Super Bowl. Had a lot of talent with Jason Garrett. A lot of talent. I mean, I can go down the list, man. Jason Witten, Des Bryant. Offensive line, the Great Wall of Dallas, #2. Running backs, DeMarco Murray. Hell, even Dak Prescott in his prime and Zeke in his prime. Yeah. Super Bowl winning team. Could have been. Just couldn't get the job done. Just couldn't get over the hump. Then here comes Jason Garrett. His tenure was 2010 to 2019. Then here comes old Mike McCarthy. Super Bowl winning coach with the Green Bay Packers. With Aaron Rodgers and those guys. Right here at AT&T Stadium. Before it was AT&T Stadium, it was just Dallas Cowboys Stadium. 2010. Yeah. Mike McCarthy. 2020 to 2024. Like I just said, Super Bowl winning coach. A little bit too soft for me. I think he just needed a job. He even said it in the press conference, I need a job. I'm just willing to take the job. Yeah. Really not a coach's coach, if you know what I mean. Getting in the players' faces, just getting down and dirty. He was just too laid back and I just want to run football. Yeah, I play complementary football and a cohesive group, and I just want to get out here and get the job done and do the best I can, be the best I can be, and that's about it. Oh yeah, that's all he was. Jerry Jones guy, puppet. You can tell he really couldn't do what he wanted to do. You could tell something was holding him back. Just like all the other coaches after Jimmy Johnson. Something was holding them back. Yeah. They couldn't really, now that I look back at it, they couldn't really reach their full potential because Jerry's got these guys by the string. Brian Schottenheimer now, currently the Dallas Cowboy coach, 2025, for 4 years. Isn't that ironic? 4 years. How long is Dak Prescott's contract? Wow. 4 years. So who's the real coach of this team? Who's the real coach? He's making the most money. He's injured. He will never be the same again, guys. I'd already jumped ship a long time ago with Dak. I've made a trillion videos supporting Dak Prescott when we first got him. Oh yeah, I had his back. But I had to jump off, guys, because the writing was on the wall. As the years progressed, I started noticing important things about Dak that just wasn't right. I started calling them can't get right. Go back, please. If you don't believe me, I got receipts. I got a bunch of them. So if you got time, please go back and look at those videos where I've had Dak Prescott's back. Countless videos. And then when I turned the tables, I had to jump ship, because I was no longer supportive of a quarterback who couldn't get over the hump, of a quarterback who forgets how to play in the playoffs when it's most important, a quarterback that'll stack up all the stats and yards and per average during the regular season, but when it counted, couldn't get the job done. Yeah. I couldn't roll with that anymore. And it ain't just Dak. Sometimes we had okay defenses. Sometimes we didn't. Didn't have a pass rush. Still don't have a pass rush. Still can't stop the run after all these years. You get tired, man. It's about winning football games. It's about winning championships. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for, I'm 40 something, I'm mid 40s. Going into my late 40s. I might not look like it because I took care of myself. But I ain't got time for nothing else. We've been rebuilding for almost 30 years. Rebuilding. We've been starting over for almost 30 years. Like fifth quarter Cowboys said, our window of opportunity was probably 14, 16, 14 through maybe 17 or something like that. 18. I'll give it 18. Until guys started getting old and injuries started kicking in, and here we are. That was our window right there. We've been rebuilding for almost 30 years. We've given Dak Prescott all the pieces to the puzzle. Everything to pacify him. The guy I just said that couldn't get the job done when it counted. Stats do not win Super Bowls. They don't win Super Bowls, guys. If that was the case, why are we stuck at 5? Why we can't get no more? If that was a fucking case, why we can't get no more, man? What's the holdup? We done gave this guy all the tools. And I'm going back to Dak Prescott because it all started with that bullshit $240 million contract that Jerry Jones unnecessarily gave him for no fucking reason. That's what started all this shit at the beginning, right before kickoff against the Cleveland Browns. So he's got all the money. Yeah. For no reason. First contract, okay. He earned it. Got the numbers, okay, cool. I ain't mad at somebody getting their money, man. A man trying to get his money, get his paper, hey, go ahead, dog. But they could have let him play this season out and then work from there. But Jerry Jones purposely, guys, he purposely gave him that immature ass contract to get back at us, to fuck with us, man. He don't even care about nothing else. See, we all on here passionate, making videos, doing live streams, doing film sessions, think we the #1 and the smartest Cowboy fan, think we gonna get a job at ESPN. Well, not me, but you got cats thinking they gonna get a job at ESPN or 105.3 The Fan. And just because they on 105.3 The Fan or talking to guys from 105.3 The Fan, they think they know what the hell they talking about. Them cats on the radio don't even know what the hell they talking about. Has they method worked? I don't think so. So now, this time, real don't recognize real. Just because you're on the radio don't make you real. Because that shit don't win Super Bowls either, does it? So who's the real coach of this team, man? We done gave Dak Prescott all the pieces to the puzzle, like I just said. Offensive line. Just add water team back in 2016, Romo's team. He's had the best running back in football at one point. One of the best wide receivers, the best route runner in the game, Amari Cooper, who saved his career. We've had so much talent. Couldn't get the job done. Coaching staff couldn't get the job done. Now we're still, after all these years, we're still catering to Dak Prescott. We got a guy in here, Schottenheimer, offensive coordinator. Familiar with the offense. We got to put a pacifier in his mouth once again. Wow. This is all a decision made off the relaxation of Dak Prescott. This is why this coaching choice was made. Off a guy who turns into a Dallas magician in the playoffs. Who can't get past the too high safety method. Who can't read defenses, bad footwork. Now, you got to tack on the injuries. Will he stay healthy all season? Hashtag Sean Lee with the hamstring. Only got 7, 8 games out of him maybe. Yeah, did y'all forget about that? Did y'all factor that in? All the Dak lovers out there. His body is falling apart. Now, what do I always say? I would love to be wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. But that hasn't happened yet in almost 30 years. So you tell me, who's the real coach of this team? Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is going to bring you. I'll be back at your boy.